Hey everyone, my name's Adam Archer, and today we're going to be taking a look at my pocket fishing kit. This is the kit that I keep in my VanQuest EDCM Huge, so it is a pocket-sized kit in itself, but contains inside of another one of my kits. I do want to mention that I am in no way a professional fisherman. I've just recently gotten into fishing. I did as a kid, and then I'm trying to get back into it. So the kit itself is right here, as well as it has a couple other parts that can still fit in your pocket. So we have the kit, or the little tackle box. We have the K-bar caster, as well as I do have a gig in my main kit in case I need to catch frogs or anything. Haven't used this as a frog gig yet, but I have gone frog gigging previously. So let's put that back on and take a look at this kit on its own. I was inspired by Joe Flowers for this kit. I'd actually started using it as a fishing kit on its own, I believe, and then I saw his video where he was using the same container, which he was actually shown that container from the book Build the Perfect Survival Kit, which I actually just purchased both versions within the last 2 weeks. So absolutely love that book, and it's actually made me even more sure about my main survival kit, as a lot of the recommendations in there I actually already had in my kit. So let's take a look at this, and then we'll show the K-bar caster a little bit later. So let's zoom in right there. So this is a 6-compartment travel case, or travel kit. You can buy this on the Walmart website, and that's where I would recommend buying it. They do not sell them individually anymore, but you can buy 6 of them for $7 and get it shipped to Walmart, or you can get it shipped to your house, but that is, I think, costs extra $5. So let's take a look at the large compartment first, and then we'll go into the smaller ones. As I said before, I'm not a professional fisherman. If you see a recommendation, let me know. So first we'll go into this main compartment. We have a lure, and this is called the Bladedancer Ler. I actually bought this at a flea market, which I found to be one of the best places to buy fishing equipment, because that was just $1 for the spoon, and I think it was like 4 of these little plastic lures versus what would have been like $6-7 at Walmart or another store. We also have this little spinning lure with kind of a mite on there, and it does have a hook also. Liked that. And we have a hooked worm. Bought this one at Walmart. And it has a lot going on. I thought this would be good for using with the K-bar caster, where I could throw it out and really any waves would keep a little bit movement on there and hopefully hook some type of fish. We do have a weighted bobber. It had to be basically the smallest one they made. I think it was like 1.5 inches. But when you are hand casting, you really have to have something with weight, but you do want a bobber in here. And with very short height, you have to have it pretty thin. And that's really the best I've been able to find. We have a Derma-Safe knife, which is basically a razor blade in a what appears to be plastic case. Very nice little knives. Then we have some, I believe, 10-pound test fishing line on just a little piece of Kydex that I fashioned to hold it. I don't remember how long of I cut this to be. Maybe 30-40 feet. It's been probably a year since I put that on there. So going down the line, we have some Snailed Hooks as well as a lead sinker. So these are some pre-tied hooks. If you are in like a survival scenario, you can simply create like a trot line or something like that. Or you could just put it or hook it directly onto a leader, or whatever they're called. I'm not very good with terminology, but I have, let's see, 6 here, and then looks like 5 or 6 of another size. So we have 2 different sizes. And those all go in this little spot. I am wondering if twisting them around like that has probably weakened the line considerably, but who knows. There's no real other way to fit them in here other than twisting them up. And it's going to be difficult to actually get all this stuff back in here easily. Put the weight right there. We have some more lead weights in here. These I probably will end up taking out, these weights, because I don't really like having to, like these are the split shot weights. I don't really have anything to crush them down. I do have it in my main kit, which I have a multi-tool, but I like these a lot more that have the little circle on them. We also have some eyelets that you can actually screw into a piece of wood and turn into a improvised fishing rod. And we have a lot of those, and I've tried them. You can just hand tighten them and they'll screw straight into wood. And I bought those actually on eBay for an insanely low price. And of course, some more fishing line. Just around one of those little thread things. I'm going to focus. And then I had some hot glue that I let cool a little bit and then pushed down to make sure it would not unthread. So I'm actually going to take these lead pieces out right now, and I'm going to replace them with some that I'll like a little bit better. I'm going to push those right back in. Next, we have something in case I'm really having a difficult time catching fish. Let's see if I can shake that out there. I'm having a hard time getting it out even. Well, I'll just leave them in there for now. They are power bait. I'll show you the container. These power bait Crappie Nibbles. Original scent in pink. See the container right there. And I actually have them coated in wax so that it doesn't make my entire container smell. And that is kind of a big risk. I can actually smell right next to it, and I have a faint odor just because I had actually put them in there without the wax on them at first. But without wax, you can actually smell it from across the room. But I thought those would be good in case I'm just really not getting any bites. That might be beneficial. In this little container, we have huge variety of hooks, as well as a lipless crankbait. The fish that I really go fishing for is at a little farm. It's a small little pond, but fish tend to go after things that have a little rattle in them, so this lipless crankbait works, or should work pretty well. I actually have not used that yet. I use things in my main tackle kit, but they have been going after this little guy that has a little ball inside that makes noise. So, I don't know if I showed you that. This little frog-looking thing. That's what I've been getting a lot of bites on. This little rattle. So next would be basically all of my artificial lures, or all the, I guess artificial lures. We have some, I believe what they're called, the Atomic Mite. We have some of the cream spoiler shad, little swimming bait, which is, they're a little bit farther down. And then we have another one of these Bladedancers, except the other one is in green. And those are all in there. Most of them are pre-hooked. And I believe this type, the Atomic Mite, I think it has a scent on it. Just a very slight one. So that would help with fishing. So let's try to push that closed. So that is my main, well, my supplemental pocket fishing kit. Of course, if I'm going out fishing, I don't use this kit really at all. I'll use my actual tackle bag. And then my little rod that I would use, and I say rod, kind of a loose term, is the K-bar caster. So this is basically a hand fishing reel. You have, of course, the fishing line on here, and you would spin with the bait and then release, and then to reel the fish in, you would simply reel with your wrist. On the inside of this, you can store some bait or some hooks, and that's what I do. I have a larger version of the weighted bobber, so you can see it is a considerable larger size, and you do need as much weight as possible when throwing it out by hand. That's the farther you can go due to the weight. On the inside, we do have 2 of these pre-hooked worms, and then I push this little thing down with a hook attached. I have another sinker, some more of those spoiler shads, and a unhooked worm, so in case a fish eats those other ones. And then of course I have, looks like just 1 hook in there. So I'll probably improve this thing a little bit better, but I've been decently happy. The place that I fish, again, they like sound and movement a little bit more, so I haven't been able to catch anything on this. I do want to make a video on using this kit though, or using the K-bar caster. So I think it would be really fun to actually be able to catch something. I've gotten bites, but no actual fish have been caught yet. So let me know what you think. If my kit is absolutely terrible, you can let me know too. But if you say that, give some recommendations of what you think I should add, what I should remove, and the like. Anyways, thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. See ya.